cookies, sweets. You can't eat those on a paleo real food diet. Blech. What a bunch of codswallop, whatever that is actually. Of course you can. Stay tuned and I'm going to teach you about all the wonderful ingredients you can stock your pantry up with so that you can make your healthy cake and eat it too. Welcome to episode 3 of our 4-part series on how to stock your pantry, fridge and cupboards with real food paleo style ingredients. I am Jen Richards, co-founder and director of Rumbles Paleo. Now when it comes to baking, I am an expert, especially paleo baking, because I run a paleo baking company, Rumbles Paleo. So now that you've cut out grains and gluten and refined sugar, just what are you going to make your favorite cakes and cookies out of? Because wheat's out the door, yeah? And so is white sugar. Well, there are a gazillion, actually there's many ingredients that you can now substitute the old wheats and sugars with to still make those delicious cakes, which we all love, right? I have the biggest sweet tooth there is, and it's not a crime, okay? Now, there are a few different things we can use instead of flour. We can use coconut flour, which is just ground up coconut, but it's super duper absorbent. You do not want to use the same amount of normal flour as you would with coconut flour. It's about 3 times more absorbent, so you want to use at least 1/3 less. You can also use nut meal flours, which is just ground up nuts, ground so fine it resembles a flour. This is almond meal, but you can get hazelnut meal, you can get walnut meal. In the kitchen where I work, we also use sunflower meal. We just ground down sunflower seeds and use that as a flour. You can also use something called arrowroot flour. And when you bake with this, it gives your cakes a really light and fluffy texture. So that's another different flour you can use. And you can also use desiccated coconut in there to flavor it. Now, when it comes to chocolate, I mean, who doesn't love chocolate? How do you get the chocolate cakes, the chocolate cookies? Well, you can use something called cacao, or you can use a really dark raw cocoa to get that chocolate flavor. And you use it just the same as you would normal cocoa. Check the ingredients if you do buy normal cocoa, because sometimes they've got added sugars in there and we don't want that. Speaking of sugar, cake, biscuits, dessert, they're sweet, right? And we're not using white sugar anymore. So how do we make our delicious treats sweet? Easy peasy. We can use maple syrup, not that fake sugar-filled maple syrup. You want the real stuff, the Canadian stuff, which is what I've got here. It's dark, it's woody, it's oaky, it's delicious. And you can also use good old honey. Don't get the store-bought, brand name honeys. Go to your delis or health food stores and get the real raw honeys. Some of those other honeys are so finely processed, it's just like eating sugar anyway. And that's it. They're the main ingredients you need to transform your cakes and cookies and desserts into healthy paleo real food delicious treats of amazement. Now guys, if you would like all these ingredients on a handy list that you can take to the shops with you so you don't forget anything, well, download our free shopping list. And you can do that just by looking at the links below. Super duper easy. Also, while you're looking down below, find our social media links. We are on Facebook and Instagram. Click there, follow us, and you'll find a lot more tips on our social media pages. And lastly, if you want to get your hands or your teeth into some of the delicious Rumbles Paleo snacks, well, order online at rumbleспaleo.com.au. That's the end of episode 3, guys. I'll see you in episode 4. Sayonara. Oh, I must be Japanese today.